This is just a little screen thing that I made that is representative of what's going on inside of our Tidy Tutor world. We have Tidy Tutor University, we have Tidy Tutor Insiders, we have Coffee Talk, we have all of the little modules that are the bonus modules that we get from being part of the insiders. And so I just want to talk about all of the components, getting started, what I've heard from a lot of you so far. And my main goal is to ensure your success. That's my main goal. So I'm going to stop the screen share and you're going to see me for a minute. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to log on as if I was you. All right, so that you can see how you navigate inside of the Tidy Tutor platform, our members area. If you go to the tidytutor.com, you'll see up here in where it says login, click on login. I'm in as Katie. This is her username. Here is her password. Login. This would be you. We scroll down and we'll see the course that we have. This is Tidy Tutor University Success Package, and these are courses that you don't have. Head Start to the Holidays is going to be a part in our members area. Once you click on your little course that you have, there's Tidy Tutor University on one side and Tidy Tutor Insiders on the other. This may look a little bit different down the road because I'll always be upgrading and fixing things and things. So it may look a little bit different, but it's still going to have the same components. Here's a welcome video. Please make sure you watch it. It'll help you not to step in any holes. The first thing that you want to do is you want to take Tidy Tutor University before you do anything else. It's the most important thing you can do. But you want to click on Tidy Tutor Insiders first. If you click on Tidy Tutor Insiders first, you'll be able to register for our Coffee Talks, which is inside Coffee Talk Central. And you could register to be part of our Insiders group. If I click on this now, it'll just bring me to the Facebook page because I already belong to it. So you'll be able to get into the Facebook page if you're on this page just by clicking on here. But if you want to, if you haven't joined yet, you can click on here, and of course it's taking me to my Insiders page, Facebook page. Where it would take you is it would take you to ask to get into the group, and then I would approve you and you would be in there. So here is Coffee Talk Central. You want to click on Coffee Talk Central and you want to register for a Coffee Talk. This is what Coffee Talk Central looks like, okay? And it has all of information that you'll need on it. And if ever I have to give any kind of an update on anything, it would be in here. So click here to register for all currently scheduled Coffee Talks. I schedule them always on a Tuesday, and I always change the time, and they're every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks or so is what I have them at. Sometimes it's 4 weeks, sometimes it's 6 weeks. It depends on the season. It's always going to be Tuesday time, but in each scheduled timetable, the time will change. That's all. So you click to register, and you put your name, first name, last name, email address, confirm your email address, and then you click register. When you do that, you'll get an email that says that you're registered, and once it's done that, you'll get an email telling you how to get into the meeting when it's time for the meeting, and also you'll get a reminder to get into the meeting a week before and an hour before. So inside of Insiders, you also have bonus videos, okay? These are bonus videos. We have meals at home. This is where we get together and we cook together. We plan. We have like a meal plan grocery list for about a week's worth of food, a little bit more than a week's worth of food. We do that together. Getting stuff done is a little mini course. Routines is my morning. This was a long time ago when I lived in my other house. I was probably 5 years younger. And this was from morning when I woke up until when I went to go to sleep. And room by room is a little mini course. This is something that you would do mainly when it's like holiday time or something like that. But I don't recommend doing anything until you've taken TTU, okay? So please don't go into anything until Tidy Tutor University has been accomplished, okay? This is something that we're going to do in October. You're more than welcome to be a part of this. It's probably going to be a paid product for other people that are not in the insiders. October 1st, we're going to do this, and it's a plan for us to stick to something for 30 straight days. Every day of the week has a specific plan to it. And it's just something for us to do, to stick to something one day, every day of the week for 30 days. This archived coffee talks are things that we've done that are motivational and instructional and goes a little bit deeper into Tidy Tutor University. Each one of these has a specific topic, like the imperfect that is perfect, love yourself. This is, I'm reading a chapter in a book, other people's stuff. So if this is the only thing I say that it's okay for you to go into while you're taking Tidy Tutor University. You can do them while you're cleaning, while you're dejunking, while you're walking. You can make it, you can put it on your in your iTunes if you convert it into an MP3, okay, and that's easily done. The Coffee Talks that are current will be in the Coffee Talk Central page, which I just clicked on, and here they are. So this is the most recent Coffee Talk here. I'm not the most recent, that's the latest, or it's the, I don't know, what's the word? You know, not the latest. That's not exactly a great picture of me. This one is going to come down soon. They come down every three, I think like 4 or 6 weeks or something like that. Every 4 or 6 weeks, the oldest one, that's the word I was looking for, the oldest one will come down. So what you'll want to do here is you'll want to save them. So if you right click on it, you can hit download video as. When you click download video as, then you have to save it somewhere. I say always save it on your desktop, okay? Name it, save it on your desktop, and at the end of the day, clean up your desktop. Decide what you want to do with all the files that you saved on your desktop. So that's what the Coffee Talk Central page is all about, and this is where the most recent Coffee Talks live, and you're going to want to save them. Occasionally, there'll be a download, like this Achieving Goals, which is going to be a part, I'm going to make a little series of it, and it's going to be a part of our members area bonus videos. Occasionally, there'll be a download that goes with it, and this is the download that goes with Achieving Goals, goal template download. So here it is right here, and you'll know what to do with this when you listen to the Coffee Talk, okay? So let me get out of these. Okay. All right. Now, here's Tidy Tutor University, all right? Here's Tidy Tutor University. You click on that, and here are the courses. This also may change down the road a little bit, but you'll always know exactly how to navigate around them. This is Tidy Tutor University, Session 1, Welcome. See, Welcome. Please don't not go into the welcome like you think it's like an introduction to a book or something, and you say, I never read the introductions. It's really important, okay? Every single session is really important. You can go on to the next one by clicking next lesson, and you can click here to say that you've completed it, all right? Here's a supplies list. You click on that, and it lets you know what you need to get, okay? For the next lesson. Notes are always available to you. Here's the notes. You don't have to take notes. I would say even don't print them out, because now you have more things to have to deal with. It's going to be on the computer. You can save it if you want to, just like you did the last one. If you click on, sometimes the documents are a little bit different to save than videos. The videos you could always right click on. Sometimes for some reason you can't on document. So go to File, Save As, the same exact thing. Name it, save it on your desktop, and then when you're done for the day, you'll want to drag the files that you saved, the documents, the videos, anything that you saved into a folder that you name, okay? So there's that. Please don't move ahead to the next lessons, okay? Don't move ahead. Each session is meant to take, for, let me go back where we're going. Each session is meant to take for 1 full week. 1 full week you take session 1, and then you move on to session 2. I even talk about how to take the course, all right? How to take the class to get the most out of it. See this? How to take the class and get the most out of it. How you tick and why it's important to know about you. These are really important things. So please don't skip through anything. Everything is necessary. And I talk about why everything is necessary as well. So I think that was it for the little tour. And I think that we covered everything that you had to see. Comes in the beginning when you're first getting started. It's not real easy. You have to give a different meaning to hard. I definitely have a coffee talk on this. That you have to give a different meaning to hard. Hard doesn't mean bad. We've just internalized it that way. Think about it like if you were going out to do a garden in the yard. You just bought a house. You love this house. You're so happy because you always wanted a garden. In the backyard, you have a beautiful backyard, but it's all, there's rocks and there's dirt and there's grass and there's nowhere that ever a garden was. So what do you think it's going to be like trying to get a garden going on back there? It's going to be tough, right? You're going to have, you're going to have to wear gloves. Even with the gloves, you're going to get calluses. Absolutely. You're going to get filthy dirty. You're going to ache at the end of the day, right? Say you put in 2 straight hours in that garden every Saturday and every Sunday for 3 weeks, right? On the 3rd week, you're done. But every day you get done, you're aching, you're tired, you're bleeding probably, right? You're probably bleeding. It probably even cost you money, right? Time like crazy. But what do you do? When it's over, when the day is over, do you say, oh my God, I can't believe all that I had to do. It sucks. I wish I didn't have to work so hard. You don't do that. You would stand back every time, your shoulders would be back, and you'd put your hand on your waist and you'd say, look at what I did. 3 weeks and we're going to have tomatoes growing back there. We're going to have a beautiful garden. I'm going to pick my salad, right? That's what you're going to say. The next week, what's going to happen? It's going to get a little bit easier because the first time is going to be the hardest time. You have to till the ground. You have to break up dirt. You have to move rocks, right? There's so much to do in the beginning, but it's all in how you look at it that determines how you move ahead. It's going to be hard when you first get started, and it's going to take a longer time. When you start to do this, you're not going to even be cleaning. You're going to be de-junking. I don't care if your house is pretty good, because there's some people that join the program that our house is pretty good. You still have too much stuff. It's one of the reasons why you're here. We can't manage all of that stuff. Even the organizationally gifted have too much stuff. That's why minimalism is such a big deal. These people are neat as anything. They're like freaking Martha Stewart, but they're still managing all this stuff. And it takes up all of the time in their day. So my whole point to that is, when you get started, it's going to be tough, all right? But this is something I want to make sure that you understand. When you're all done, right, you actually put in your 1 hour every day, and you will be surprised at how fast you get stuff done. Like you're going to set a timer, right? You got to set a timer each time. And when I say set a timer, I don't mean look and see what time it is. You need to know that there's going to be a ding. All right. You need to set a timer. There's something going on with us that doesn't go on with the rest of the world. We are predominantly right-brained, and most of our left brain is just not hooked up. We are not administrative. We do not like details. In the beginning, we love to get started. We hate to finish. And if it isn't fun, we don't want to do it anymore. So we have to have these external things present because they don't exist up here. And if you set yourself up for that, you're setting yourself up to succeed, okay? So now you go through the house is good. You have dejunked the house. You are now on detail cleaning, zoning the house. If you don't know what zoning is, you will soon. And you are living, you know, in a nice way, right? You have once over day. You'll find out what that is too. It's very, very cool. Once over day, it's like you were made at Motel 6. You just come and you straighten things up. You do a little dusting. You don't move anything. It's like, it's the way everything stays good. You clean the house when it is scheduled, not when it needs it. So that comes in session 2, I think maybe. But you don't do any of that until it's clean, until it's dejunked. All right. So now we're down the road. Everything's wonderful. You have a summer that was so fun. You had people over all summer. The kids had friends over. You just got a pool in. Everybody's over your house all summer. You say, you know what? Screw it. Sorry if I said a bad word. Or you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to do anything. But you do stuff, okay? You still do your morning routine. You still do your evening routine. You still take care of laundry. You still put the dishes away. There's certain things that you always still do. But during this time, you're not really paying attention to a lot of things, and the house gets in a little bit of a disarray. You're not as strict with yourself, right? This is what I'm telling you. If that happens to you and you look around, you're going to say, oh my God, here I go again. Don't do that to yourself. Don't. No, you don't. Here you go again. This happens to everybody. If you'll just give yourself the time to go through the house, do your routine, do your due diligence with what you have to do, you will be so surprised at how it snaps to. Because when you don't have so much stuff, everything is so easily managed. As long as you take care of, your regular routine, because we're going to talk about that you have to make a different value. It has to be a different value for you. Right now, your value might be that it doesn't matter if you walk away from dinner without doing the dishes. I'm tired. I'm doing them tomorrow. There are people out there in the world that would never, ever, ever, ever do that. No matter how tired they were, no matter what kind of disease they may have, no matter what's going on in their life, they would never walk away from not taking care of dinner. Okay. Now, when I say no matter what kind of disease that they may have, I don't mean that that person actually may have the energy to do what it takes to have that done. But the standard, that's what I meant before when I said value, I meant standard. But the standard that they set for their home is that dinner gets cleaned up. And if they don't eat alone, everybody knows. We clean up dinner. It's what we do. It has to start with you. Don't expect everybody to be like jumping on board because you want to do it. If I know you like I think I know you, there's been many a day that you have said, we are going to clean this house up and this time it's going to stay that way, right? And then you pulled out more than you could ever put back. And then you found a photo album of your great grandmother and sat down with the kids and read it. or looked through it, or somebody found a game and said, why don't we play this, and you did. So they've been with you through all of this journey. They're not going to believe you now. No freaking way. They're not going to believe you now. And if you're alone, then guess what? You're not going to believe you either. All right. You have all of these selves in you. You're not alone in there. You think you're alone in there? You're not. You have your dedicated self, your best friend self, your daughter self, your girlfriend self, your boyfriend self, your worried self, your determined self, your excited self, your critical self. We're all of those things in there. Okay. So when you start saying, I'm going to do this, don't think you're not going to hear one of those voices that are saying, oh yeah, sure, you're going to do it this time. Just, you know what? Don't be mad at those voices. Don't be mad at yourself for saying those things. They've been with you a long time. But they're just trying to help you out, right? It's their job. It's their job. A critical self job is to be critical, right? So just say, I hear you. I hear you. The more we fight with ourselves, the more our self will fight back. But if we can give it the space and just say, I hear you, I hear you. We're going to try though, okay? Can you chill out a little bit? It will chill out, right? That part of us will chill out. But when we say, will you be quiet? It doesn't want to be quiet. It's not going to be quiet. It's going to get louder. All right. Now, I'm not talking about schizophrenia here. Okay. You put on different hats all the time. If you treated your boss the way you treat your boyfriend, you'd be in trouble. If you treated your boyfriend or your husband the way you treated your child, no, vice versa. If you treated your husband the way you treat your child, you'd be in trouble with that too. And you can't because you are one of those people. Each time we interact with somebody else, we put on that other self. Okay. So I'm not talking about anything crazy here. It exists. All right. So please, when you're doing this, for one thing, be easy on yourself. Realize how quite amazing that you actually are. And know that down the road, things are going to be a little bit bumpy sometimes. Everything isn't going to always go perfectly. But the more you stay on your game, the easier and easier it will be to maintain and to fix. Think about it like the garden that we were talking about before. You have this garden outside. It's beautiful, right? Because you've worked on it all this time. You go away for a couple weeks. What happens when you come home? Lots of weeds, right? But is it going to be horrible? No, it's going to be some work though, because it's been neglected, but it's not going to be like what it was when you first got started, right? The longer you leave it, the longer it's going to take. So just like, if that happens, don't throw up your hands and think, oh my God, I can't believe this. Just say, all right, well, I didn't go out in my garden for 4 weeks and weed. What do I expect? Get the heck out there and weed, and then it'll be done because the foundation has been laid. See? And that's what you're doing now. You're laying the foundation. It's not forever 4 weeks, all right? And don't feel like, oh, it's going to take me 4 weeks to get there. No, because in the first week, you're getting there. You see what I mean? You can't go from Maine to California in a jump. You have to, if you're going to be driving there, you have to go through the states to get there. Enjoy the freaking journey, okay? When you're going through this section, it's a time of life that you're living, and it's a necessary thing. You can't get there from there if you're in a car. It has to be, you have to drive across the road, and that's what you're doing. And when you feel like things aren't working, this stinks, this isn't working, why can't I do that? Just always tell yourself this. The only people that don't have problems like this, the only people that aren't hitting roadblocks and aren't falling down and aren't stepping in holes are the people that are on the sidelines. And they're experiencing nothing. And they're getting nothing done, and they're improving nil. Okay, You can't begin to do something and not experience trials and tribulations. It's just the way it goes. But give it a different meaning, because you could see the garden that way, couldn't you? Couldn't you see doing the garden like a trial and a tribulation in a negative way? Like, oh my God, I can't believe all the work. Don't do it. Nobody's making you have a garden, right? You're doing the garden because you want to. You would never say that. You would never, ever say, oh my God, look at all the work I got to do. Because guess what? You don't got to do it. You're doing it because you want to. In the case of the home, there's a little catch-22 there, because we might say to ourselves, all right, well, I don't got to do it, but you know you got to do it. It's costing you your life. It's costing you all of the things that you dream and want to do. Everything is caught up in the mess and in the time that you spend and in the spinning of the wheels, and your relationships suffer for it, and you go to bed at night feeling guilty because you were yelling too much. You're telling them to do something. You're saying get out of bed and you're still in yours, right? So I'm figuratively, but maybe literally too. So, it isn't a little bit different than the garden when it comes to, all right, well, so what? You don't have to do it. It's true. Nobody has to have a garden. And I guess it's kind of true. No, you don't have to clean up the house. But the consequences of not having a garden is that, you go to the store and you buy your food. The consequences of not cleaning up your house are almost immeasurable. And they're costing you everything. All we do outside of the house is what we do for the house. We work outside the house for home. Why would we neglect what in real life is the most important thing to us? And we'll get into this in the course too. We'll talk about it, and we do go into it in Coffee Talks as well, how society has made it that we're not that important. It's not that important. The house isn't such a big deal. Do it later. It doesn't matter. It matters. And just because, society tries to shove, all kinds of stuff down our throats doesn't mean that we have to open wide. Um, a lot of it, we've been socially conditioned, and we have to uncondition ourselves. There's going to be so many things that you're going to have to undo, and habits, habitual things are, we go into these in Coffee Talks too. There's really a really good one on habits. I'll find it because I need to put it in with the goal series that we're doing. So, but the point is this, all right? Start with 22 University. Take it like it matters. Take the time to do it, and use my ass, will you? Please. That's what I'm there for. Get into if you don't have Facebook and you don't want to have Facebook, then email me. It'll be a hell of a lot more work for me. I'm telling you, I won't appreciate it as much as if it was in the Facebook group, not to mention that, you'll be helping other people, because if you have a problem or you have a success, they're going to want to see the success and feel that joy, and they're going to want to get the help that you're getting from that problem that you're having too. So don't be ashamed, and don't be a stranger either on that group. We really do become a family, but you can't become a family with somebody that you never speak to. So be verbal. It's a real safe place to be, and I police it. All right, so you don't have to worry. And I know that one thing really quickly. Madeline puts on a lot of videos, and I love them. Some of them are quite long. She completely understands that everybody isn't going to want to watch all of these long videos. Like one of them might be like 40 minutes long. Nobody expects you to watch that video. Please don't have the Facebook group be something that takes you away from doing what you have to do. Don't feel obligated to respond to people and all of that. Of course, when you can give, do it. but have veto power, all right? Have that veto power going. Take care of what you have to before you take care of everything else, you know, what you want to do, and use it as a like a really healthy distraction. Like if you normally would go on Facebook and just, you know, gossip or see what's going on in other people's lives, or get sucked down a hole of everybody sucks world or something, then don't use it as that, you know, because we always want a distraction. We get tired of doing something. We don't want to do it anymore. So then take the 10-minute break, set a timer, take 10 minutes, get on the Facebook group, see what's going on in our group. At least you'll be connected to people doing the same thing that you are. It's like if you work out, you want to hang out with people that work out. If you, you know, you get it, right? You like-minded people should hang out together. You strengthen each other, all right? So anybody needs to leave, go ahead, and I'm just going to answer some questions that are here, all right? All right. Anne said, do you know how to save a video on an iPad or iPhone? You can't save a video on an iPhone, and I don't know if you could save it on an iPad, but I know you can't save it on an iPhone. I have been a member for almost 2 years, but didn't have a chance to even start with organizing program. Can you give me your email or number to get a hold of you for our one-on-one to get another appointment? Yes, we can do a one-on-one together, and sometimes I do and have done group, like not group, what's it called? One-on-one coaching with people where I kind of like walk them through the class. You know, it's much more personal. They're still taking the course online and stuff, but I go through life with them, and we kind of figure out where the snags are. And a lot of times, you know what it's like this. Professional baseball players are professional because they're really good at what they do, right? They're making millions and millions of dollars a year to swing a bat, right? But they still need a coach, because you can't see yourself drop your arm. We can't see what we do. We can't see our own things. We need somebody else to take a look and say, oh, did you notice you've been doing this? Do you see your pattern here? You're doing this. Okay, here's something that you have been neglecting. Let's do that. See what I mean? You need sometimes, not all the times, because this is absolutely doable on your own, but sometimes we need somebody, or we even just want somebody to be with us through the freaking journey. And I'm available for that. Okay. So you can, you know, we can talk about it, and I'll let you know what that deal is all about. All right. So thank you so much for the clarification, and I'll see you guys, you know, in all the places that we see each other. And tomorrow there's going to be another one at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Bye, everybody. It takes me a little while to close out. Take care.
What you just watched was a recording of a live event that I just did with my newly enrolled students of Tidy Tutor University. If anything that I said resonated with you, and you want to be free of the mess, if you want to feel joy walking in your front door instead of dread, and you want to begin getting your dreams off the ground, because now you can start living your life instead of managing your stuff, then I invite you to enroll in my course, Tidy Tutor University. To get started, just click on the link to enroll. There's a 100% money back guarantee. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'll see you on the inside.
You got bugs called a bug eye. You cook bacon, apple pie. If you show, you fix your tear. Clean or clean my underwear. These are the things we do. The house is a mess with all the junk. The sink's clogged up with dinner time gunk. You pick up the phone and call Roto-Rooter to make it all work. You call the Tidy Tutor.
I think that was pretty good, don't you?